Hi, this is Parnian Noroozi, a realtor in Los Angeles with over 20 years of experience. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to sell your property in a shifting market. Let's dive in. First things first, know your market. This is not 2021 or 2022. Buyers aren't just waiving all the inspections and throwing offers at you or writing offers that are way over asking just because you listed your property and you think it's a great property. They're cautious now. They're comparing homes. They're negotiating hard. They're always asking for some either credit back or some sort of concessions. If your strategy is based on what your neighbors sold, study your local market. Go over the houses that have been listed in your neighborhood. See what is selling. See what price range is selling. How many days properties are sitting on the market. Study and see what your real competition is in your area. And that's exactly where you want to start. Item number 2, fix what matters. I'm not saying to go full-blown kitchen renovation, bathroom renovation, or even change the whole roof, re-roof the property. But you need to tackle the little items that are visible. So what I usually do is once I'm sitting with my client, I offer to bring my handyman and go over little things that can add up and can sometimes make a big difference, like touch a paint. If there are like small cracks in the wall, maybe you want to have those fixed, or simple act of recaulking around the kitchen sink, or tighten that doorknob or broken blind. There are little things that might not be that important to you, but that will give the buyers a reason to either just move on to the next property, because there are many properties available right now in this market. So the buyers they could forgive outdated properties, but they never forgive if a property is not cared for. Item number 3, and that's about staging it. Empty rooms feel cold. Over-furnished rooms feel cluttered, busy, and a well-staged room can leave so much room for imagination. The buyer, they can see themselves living there. You don't have to go full-blown Hollywood-style staging, but maybe having a thoughtful process about it. Again, I usually offer to my clients, to my sellers, to have a consultation with a stager. You don't need to use their furniture, but they can give you ideas as to how to rearrange your own furniture sometimes. And that process will give you some ideas, will create space, light, and the flow is super important for the buyers that walk in. They can see themselves filling the blank with their own imagination, and it just can make such a big difference in how much you can ask for your property. Item number 4 is about photos and videos. It's so important to remember that the buyers start the process online. So it's all about the first impression. The pictures that you have of your property online can make or break the deal. If your listing pictures are blurry, dark, taken with your phone, that's a no-no. Professional photography and videography, it's honestly non-negotiable. Have your agent choose a good group that know what they're doing. Drone footage, if the views are nice and the location of the property is drone worthy, absolutely, why not? Twilight photography, sometimes it can just show another aspect of your property and make it more charming. The whole goal of having nice pictures is to encourage them, make the buyers want to come and see your property in person. Of course, they can come and see it and then realize that maybe there are other issues that will not work for them. But the first step is to bring them to your property and show them what the property truly is about. Item number 5, and that's about advertising and marketing of this product that happens to be your home. Now that you have this professionally made videos and photos, how are you going to make them appear in all the advertising mediums? You're going to have it on all the social medias, on YouTube, on MLS, of course, has its own magazine with the syndication of the MLS listings. As soon as the property is listed, they will show up on Zillow, on Redfin, Trulia, and God knows how many other online sites. It's important to make your photos, your videos irresistible so that people would either make an appointment to come and see it in person or go through their agent to make it available to them. So remember that exactly like any other product, it's important how you market your property. Item number 6 is, please do not do it by yourself. For the love of God, do not try to sell it yourself, like for sale by the owners who try to save on the commission. Agents are all about strategizing, marketing the property, finding the right buyer, negotiating the deal, guiding you through a maze of legal documents that, honestly, by yourself, I don't even want to think about what kind of problems you might run into. In this market, there are so many buyers that are looking for off-market properties, and the agents know some of those buyers. As a for sale by the owner, you will never have access to that kind of buyer's pool. So why even try to do something that is out of your expertise? Please talk to an agent, try to negotiate some sort of agreements, but do not do it by yourself because you're going to leave money on the table versus saving some penny. And finally, the last item, and I kept the most important item for the last, it's pricing the property. It's super important to price your property right. That means don't overprice it, and that doesn't mean underpricing it either. Maybe with the help of an agent, find out the going price in your area for similar properties. Because if you overprice it, then since we are having a much higher inventory, volume of inventory, the buyers will compare. It's all about comparing and saying what they get for what price similar to your property. They will scroll through the pictures and go to the next property without even giving your property a chance because they know right away it's overpriced and no, this is not a market that the sellers should be overpricing the homes. So Honestly, out of all the items that I went over in this episode, it's all about pricing. Of course, the market condition is super important, but that dictates the price. If the property is priced right, even if in this market, you're going to get a good offer. Sometimes if it's underpriced, you might even get multiple offers. I cannot stress this enough that pricing the property is what makes your property sold or sitting on the market day after day. Yes, the market is shifting, but that doesn't mean that you have to settle for less. Even in this market, there are properties that are sold for top dollar, and we went over some of the most important items that you have to consider. If you're thinking about selling your property and you want to talk strategy, I'm here to help. I would love to connect. I would love to be able to help you in this market selling your property. If there are any other subject matters that you would like me to research, to discuss, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. And if you liked the video, I would appreciate if you can subscribe or like it. Thank you.